Have you ever noticed that some people earn millions of dollars every year, yet still struggle financially? While others quietly build fortunes that last for generations without ever showing off their wealth? At first glance, these two groups may appear equally successful, but there's one major difference that separates them. It isn't intelligence, luck, or even income, it's mindset. The way people think about money determines the decisions they make every single day, and those decisions ultimately shape their financial future. In today's episode, we're going to explore the real difference between being rich and being wealthy, why so many people confuse the two, and how adopting a wealthy mindset can completely transform your financial life. Most people believe that being rich and being wealthy are the same thing, but they're actually very different. Being rich usually means having a high income or owning expensive possessions. A person earning $500,000 a year may be considered rich because they can afford luxury cars, designer clothing, expensive vacations, and a beautiful home. However, if that same person spends nearly everything they earn, they remain financially dependent on their next paycheck. Wealth, on the other hand, isn't about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep, invest, and grow over time. A wealthy person may earn less than someone who is rich, but they own assets that continue generating income even while they sleep. Wealth provides security, freedom, and peace of mind, because it isn't dependent on working every single day. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that earning more money automatically leads to wealth. While increasing your income is certainly important, income alone doesn't guarantee financial success. Many professional athletes, celebrities, doctors, and executives have earned millions of dollars throughout their careers, yet countless stories reveal how some of them eventually declared bankruptcy. The problem wasn't a lack of income, the problem was a lack of financial discipline. Every time their income increased, their spending increased just as quickly. This pattern is known as lifestyle inflation. Instead of investing the extra money, they upgraded their homes, purchased luxury vehicles, traveled more often, and surrounded themselves with expensive possessions. Eventually, their expenses became just as large as their income, leaving little room for long-term wealth creation. Wealthy people approach money differently. Rather than asking, "What can I buy?" they ask, "What can I own that will make me more money?" This simple shift in thinking changes everything. Wealthy individuals focus on acquiring assets instead of liabilities. Assets are things that put money into your pocket over time. They include investments like stocks, index funds, rental properties, profitable businesses, and intellectual property that generates royalties. Every dollar invested into an asset becomes another employee working around the clock. Instead of depending solely on their own time and effort, wealthy people build systems that continue creating income long after the original work has been completed. Another defining difference between rich and wealthy people is how they view luxury. Rich people often purchase luxury items first and hope to become wealthy later. Wealthy people usually do the opposite. They delay unnecessary luxury until their investments are capable of paying for those purchases. This doesn't mean wealthy people never enjoy nice things. They absolutely do. The difference is that their lifestyle is supported by investment income rather than earned income alone. Before making a purchase, wealthy people often ask themselves one important question: will this purchase increase my wealth or decrease it? That single question helps them avoid emotional spending and make decisions based on long-term financial growth rather than short-term satisfaction. Status is another area where rich and wealthy people think differently. Many people chase visible symbols of success because they want recognition and admiration from others. Luxury cars, oversized homes, expensive watches, and designer brands can certainly create the appearance of financial success. However, appearances don't always reflect reality. Someone driving a six-figure sports car could be carrying enormous debt, while another person driving an ordinary vehicle might have millions invested in the stock market. Wealthy individuals understand that true financial success isn't measured by what strangers think about them. Instead, they value freedom, flexibility, and independence. They would rather have the ability to spend time with family, travel whenever they choose, and retire early than impress others with material possessions. Perhaps the greatest advantage wealthy people possess is their ability to think long-term. Modern society encourages instant gratification. Advertisements constantly tell us to buy now and pay later. Social media encourages comparison, making people feel pressured to display success even before achieving financial stability. Wealthy people resist this pressure. They understand that building wealth requires patience. Instead of chasing quick profits or overnight success, they focus on making consistent investments year after year. They recognize that one of the most powerful financial forces in the world is compound growth. Small amounts invested consistently over decades can grow into extraordinary wealth because investment returns begin generating additional returns. Time becomes their greatest financial advantage. Discipline plays an even greater role than income when building lasting wealth. Anyone can receive a large paycheck, but not everyone knows how to manage it wisely. Wealthy people develop habits that support financial success regardless of how much they earn. They consistently save a portion of every paycheck before spending. They avoid unnecessary debt whenever possible. They continue learning about investing, economics, and personal finance throughout their lives. Most importantly, they remain calm during periods of market uncertainty. While others panic and sell investments during economic downturns, wealthy individuals often view those moments as opportunities to purchase quality assets at lower prices. Their emotions don't control their financial decisions because they focus on long-term results rather than short-term market fluctuations. Another powerful characteristic of wealthy people is that they understand the value of time. Rich people often exchange more hours for more money. Wealthy people build systems that allow money to flow without requiring constant personal effort. They create businesses with strong management teams, invest in dividend-paying companies, own rental properties managed by professionals, or hold diversified investment portfolios that appreciate over time. Their ultimate goal isn't simply earning more money. Their goal is creating enough passive income to cover their living expenses. Once that happens, work becomes a choice rather than a necessity. That is the true definition of financial freedom. The wealthy mindset also embraces continuous education. Wealthy individuals understand that financial knowledge is one of the highest return investments they can ever make. They read books, study successful investors, learn from experienced entrepreneurs, and constantly improve their understanding of money. They know that markets change, technologies evolve, and opportunities emerge for those who remain informed. Instead of spending their free time only consuming entertainment, they dedicate part of their lives to learning skills that can increase their future income and investment returns. Ultimately, the difference between being rich and being wealthy isn't determined by the size of your paycheck or the price of your possessions. It's determined by the way you think, the choices you make, and the habits you practice consistently over time. Richness may create temporary comfort, but wealth creates lasting freedom. Rich people often spend money to impress others, while wealthy people invest money to secure their future. Rich people focus on earning more, while wealthy people focus on owning more productive assets. Rich people chase appearances, but wealthy people build independence. The journey toward wealth begins the moment you stop asking how much something costs and start asking how much value it can create for your future. If today's lesson helped change the way you think about money, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Millionaire Audio, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss powerful lessons on wealth building, investing, financial freedom, and success. Every episode is designed to help you develop the mindset and habits that create lasting wealth, not just temporary riches. Remember, anyone can look rich, but only those with the right mindset become truly wealthy. Thank you for listening to Millionaire Audio, and I'll see you in the next episode.